hot seat banapo batiuza TI iyeve izangala go different Niger land yaneli around mulungushi textile nemenzo shita encroachment wana pishapo atafuna bashita utilize yonse so tenti baone manje vaneva za chita ngaswaza vichita vija ndishivane vanetina na miwaku kumbuyo nishinise msemu chapi
atenti mwemu akambira mndu atenti lindire August ni mairo apangasi vizachitika abantu niko chosa baende
hayo ni choice yangu
zikomo
sizangerako zikomo kwampi
try to rope you into
no
a voting choice. But yeah, Mulungushi Textiles, I remember late 2024 there was movement there, and I thought all this would have happened earlier, way before, like by now I thought we'd be at full capacity operating and everything, but it's taken a bit of time, but there is some motion there.
Yeah.
Hopefully it gets done finally.
Because I remember after the motion started, when we had Honorable Spokamlang on the show, I asked him the same question. I told him, like, listen, we've heard this from previous governments. This gets opened, a few months before the election. It gets closed a few months after the election. And his explanation was, first of all, they're dealing with, they've dealt with issues with the farmers that will grow the cotton, integrating them into growing the cotton, because they know now they have somewhere where to take it and somewhere that will be, there'll be a ready market for it.
Yeah.
And then they've gone back to work on the plant itself, bringing new equipment because it was obsolete, bringing new equipment, and it's going to come in phases. And from what he's said so far, it's been coming in phases, and they have moved to what he has said. For me, it's let's see what happens after August, because the people of Cabo have seen this before, where it's been revamped and then it starts and then it stops. If it's going to have an impact on 500 families directly, that's if 500 jobs in Cabo, 500 families, there's a ripple effect to those 500 people.
Exactly.
Somebody, lots of people benefit from it. So you want it to be very sustainable and not just like an election campaign too. No.
Yeah. You want to see some movement there. I mean, that was one of the shining examples of industrialization and all that back in the day. And we're always talking about value addition and not sending out raw materials all the time. That would be a great way to just show that push towards not just sending out those raw materials, finishing stuff here and selling it. That's more money for the country. So,
definitely.
Yeah. But now let's get to the main news at 6:30. Then we'll continue this conversation. Stay tuned.
Fruity comes in 6 different flavors. Fruity Original, Fruity Guava, Fruity Mango, Fruity Pineapple, Fruity Apple, and Fruity Granadilla. Fruity is so nice. Fruity all day, all the way. Fruity, a quality product from Californian Beverages.
Enjoy uncapped fiber internet at home or at work with Liquid Fiber. You can also get our SIM card to experience the same fiber speeds on the move with Liquid Data on the go. Call 400 or visit your nearest Liquid Telecom outlet to get started. Liquid Data on the go. Now that's speed. Terms and conditions apply.
Apply, renew, and track your radiation license online with ease through the new Radiation Protection Authority e-licensing platform. Fast, simple, and secure. Stay compliant while protecting workers, the public, and the environment from harmful effects of ionizing radiation. Visit us at Exploration House, Government Road, Lusaka, or rpa.gov.zm. Call us on 0956 319 080. Email radiation@rpa.gov.zm. Radiation Protection Authority, a credible regulator ensuring a radiation-safe environment and proud sponsor of the Hot FM News Bulletin.
The Hot FM main news.
Wama warns of contamination risk at Lusaka's Shaft 5 well field. ICTAZ concerned over poor network services, and Zelensky says Ukraine to talk to US and Russia. Good morning. Today is the 23rd of January 2025. To present the news at 6:30, my name is Peter Zulu. And other news in detail. The Water Resources Management Authority, WAMA, has expressed concern that the Shaft 5 well field in Lusaka, which supplies water to approximately 22% of the city's residents, is at risk of contamination. In an interview, WAMA board chairperson Dr. John Kunda has warned that the continued construction of sewer systems and septic tanks in Forest 26 and 27 poses a serious risk of groundwater contamination by fecal matter. Dr. Kunda has noted that the area surrounding Shaft 5 groundwater resource has seen a rise in residential and other human-related developments, which are increasingly threatening the quality of water in the well field. To safeguard the water supply, he has explained that Shaft 5 has been delineated into three groundwater protection zones designed to prevent contamination. Now, located in Lelai residential area of Chilanga district, Shaft 5 wellfield is a strategic groundwater resource used by the Lusaka Water and Sanitation Company to supply about 22% of Lusaka's municipal groundwater, making its protection critical to the city's water security.
What we are saying is that whatever developments are taking place upstream, that's for Forest 26 and 27 or around the mass media area, must be such that those particular developments should not risk this area, right? That's a threat because that water goes into the ground and finds itself into the boreholes. Even at home, your own borehole, my borehole, is under threat. So we can only guarantee that if we as a people take responsibility and do the right thing. Otherwise, if we just continue behaving the way we are behaving, encroaching in areas that are sensitive, even if you a river, you can't be putting fertilizer and farming with fertilizer around their area where they're abstracting water.
The Information and Communication Technology Association of Zambia, ICTAZ, has expressed concern over persistent connectivity challenges caused by poor network services in the country. ICTAZ President Dr. Clement Sinyangwe has told Hot FM News that it is disappointing that customers are not getting value for money when accessing mobile network services. Dr. Sinyangwe said the Zambia Information and Communication Technology Authority should impose stiffer penalties on mobile network providers that deliver substandard services. He has emphasized that such measures are critical as the country continues its efforts to transition to a digital economy.
I feel we are not getting the value for the money that we are paying. And now this has a huge impact. I need connectivity. But you find that if you depend on these things, it's very impossible for you to work because the connection is very intermittent and hence posing it very difficult for the users to appreciate. So it's just an appeal to all internet service providers to ensure that they check the quality of services that they are giving us. Let them do their homework. Let them, benchmark in other, countries and see how these things are done.
The Basic Education Teachers Union of Zambia, Pzee, has urged government to introduce incentives that will encourage teachers to remain in rural areas rather than seeking transfers to urban centers. Now, speaking to Hot FM News, Pzee General Secretary Henry Sinkala said the continued migration of teachers from rural to urban areas is largely driven by the lack of attractive incentives in rural postings. Mr. Sinkala has explained that many teachers request transfers in search of better living and working conditions. He has noted that this trend has created an imbalance in teacher distribution, with rural schools being the most affected by persistent staff shortages.
Teachers wanting to leave rural areas. So it's to improve government that we incentivize these persons. We do more than what we are doing. Because we have been doing this against this backdrop, you still have a number of them wanting to leave. So it means the incentives are not good enough. So we are calling upon government to incentivize rural areas so that we can have a number of teachers who would be willing to go there, or even after being posted there, they would want to be retained there.
Lundazi Member of Parliament Brenda Nyirenda says that party members are looking to those in authority to issue a clear statement on the convening of the Patriotic Front Convention amidst growing uncertainty caused by the prolonged delay. In an interview, Ms. Nyirenda said the party will continue to wait for guidance from the powers that be, even as both leaders and ordinary members show signs of fatigue due to the continued silence on the matter. She has explained that despite the delay, her hope remains in the party's resilient grassroots, whom she said have endured the challenges facing the PF and continue to remain committed. Ms. Nyirenda has further cautioned against allowing pride to undermine democracy within the party, stressing that no individual or group should assume leadership belongs to them alone at the expense of democratic principles.
We are looking up to those who are in the office to issue statements. At the end of the day, we are fatigued, and I'm sure even the people have fatigue now. But we'll wait and hear from the powers that be. The only hope that we have a grassroots that is resilient. They have been able to look at the challenges which are taking place in the party, and they still hold on. What I just note to see is where democracy is killed at the altar of pride, because some people feel it should be them, and if it's not them, then no one else should be.
The Hot FM Business News is brought to you by Access Bank. More than banking.
In business news, government says communities living in areas covered by mining licenses, as well as those likely to be affected by mining activities, are being engaged and informed about the implications of such operations. Ministry of Mines and Minerals Development Permanent Secretary Dr. Hapenga Kabeta said these engagements are intended to ensure communities understand their rights and the legal procedures involved, particularly in cases where relocation may be required. Speaking to Hot FM News, Dr. Kabeta has stressed that government does not permit the relocation or displacement of people in mining areas unless all legal requirements have been fully met. He has further emphasized that strict adherence to the law remains central to the regulation of mining activities, with the aim of protecting affected communities while promoting responsible and sustainable mining development.
What we have been doing is using the principle of engagement. The communities who are in the areas where possibly licenses cover and potentially getting affected, we have engaged them, talked about the implications of the mining activities and the need to follow the law when it comes to relocations where it is necessary. There is no relocations, there is no displacement of people in the mining areas when the law has not been complied with.
The news continues after these messages.
Enjoy uncapped fiber internet at home or at work with Liquid Fiber. You can also get our SIM card to experience the same fiber speeds on the move with Liquid Data on the go. Call 400 or visit your nearest Liquid Telecom outlet to get started. Liquid Data on the go. Now that's speed. Terms and conditions apply.
The top international news.
In international news, President Volodymyr Zelensky says trilateral talks on ending the war in Ukraine are to take place with Russia and the US in the United Arab Emirates after he met President Donald Trump in Davos. As the diplomatic pace appeared to intensify, Trump said his meeting with Zelensky was good, and US envoy Steve Witkoff headed to Moscow for talks with Russia's Vladimir Putin. Now, Witkoff, who was traveling to Moscow with Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner, said he was optimistic about a deal. The BBC has more on other global stories.
TikTok has completed a $14 billion deal establishing a separate US subsidiary of the video platform to avoid a ban. The joint venture is majority owned by American investors. In 2024, Congress passed a law stating that the platform be either sold to an American buyer or be banned, citing national security concerns over the app's ties to the Chinese government. Top US negotiators have held 3 hours of late-night talks in Moscow with President Vladimir Putin on a US-drafted plan to end the Ukraine war. The Kremlin described the talks as constructive and frank. Mr. Trump met Ukraine's President Zelensky in Davos on Thursday. The European Union has said it will defend itself against coercion following President Trump's U-turn over tariffs on US allies who opposed his plan to take over Greenland. The EU said it had serious doubts about Donald Trump's Board of Peace, questioning its compatibility with the United Nations. The United States has officially left the World Health Organization. President Trump ordered the withdrawal from the UN agency a year ago, accusing it of failing to adopt reforms and of mishandling the COVID pandemic.
The Hot FM Sports News.
2017 Under-20 AFCON winning forward Edward Chilufya was introduced in the 85th minute as Danish club FC Midtjylland conceded a stoppage time penalty to draw 3-3 away to Norway's Brann. Now, this was in a thrilling 6-goal UEFA Europa League match day 7 encounter played last night. The match marked Chilufya's second appearance since October, having recently returned from an ankle injury. This sporting item brings us to the end of the news, but let's take a quick recap of the top stories. The Water Resources Management Authority, WAMA, has expressed concern that the Shaft 5 well field in Lusaka, which supplies water to approximately 22% of the city's residents, is at risk of contamination. The Information and Communications Technology Association of Zambia, ICTAZ, has expressed concern over persistent connectivity challenges caused by poor network services in the country. President Volodymyr Zelensky says trilateral talks on the ending of the war in Ukraine are to take place with Russia and the US in the United Arab Emirates after he met President Donald Trump in Davos. And the news, my name is Peter Zulu. Good morning.
Enjoy uncapped fiber internet at home or at work with Liquid Fiber. You can also get our SIM card to experience the same fiber speeds on the move with Liquid Data on the go. Call 400 or visit your nearest Liquid Telecom outlet to get started. Liquid Data on the go. Now that's speed. Terms and conditions apply.
Apply, renew, and track your radiation license online with ease through the new Radiation Protection Authority e-licensing platform. Fast, simple, and secure. Stay compliant while protecting workers, the public, and the environment from harmful effects of ionizing radiation. Visit us at Exploration House, Government Road, Lusaka, or rpa.gov.zm. Call us on 0956 319 080. Email radiation@rpa.gov.zm. Radiation Protection Authority, a credible regulator ensuring a radiation-safe environment and proud sponsor of the Hot FM News Bulletin.
It's been 20 incredible years of progress, and we couldn't have done it without you. To you, we say thank you. Tualumba, Tua Totela, Zikomo, Itumezi, Tua Santa. Be a part of the celebration. Join MTN today. MTN, what are we doing today?
Where do you go when you're looking for peace?
I love you.
I love you. Love. Good food.
Banda, one Timon and chips.
Safety. Assurance when you want your money to be safe. Home. Home is where peace is. Home is where security is. That home is NatSave. NatSave, your bank.
Hot news, hot DJs, hot music, hot station.
Yo baby, yo baby, my baby can't go, can't live up his pride. Yo baby diapers keep them fresh and dry. Yo baby, could leave them and it's no stress, just joy inside. Yo baby diapers keep them fresh and dry. Yo baby.
Your Baby Diapers, brought to you by YoCare Hygienics.
I need a friend indeed that's always there when my family's in need. I need a friend with me to help me through the bad times. I wanna see the world, enjoy myself in the comfort
out of your cover. Cause for me, there's no other. I just wanna live my best life. I'm covered. I know best life will keep me covered. For life assurance. I know best life will keep me covered. For hospital cash. I know best life will keep me covered. For school fees, insurance. I know best life will keep me covered. And travel insurance. I just wanna live my best life. I just wanna live my best life.
Best Life Insurance. We're here to help you live your best life.
Newspaper headlines powered by Infratel. Infratel. Accessible everywhere.
Access denied.
Better late than never. Sorry, that won't work. At Infratel, we've had to tweak that a little for those who dare to stay ahead in these changing digital times. At Infratel, that reads better now than never. Tomorrow is now, and now is the future. We deliver timely solutions for customer experience businesses that cut across financial, agro, education, health, admin, and even startups. Question is, are you bold enough to reinvent business? Reinvent business. Reinvent with Infratel. Infratel. Accessible everywhere.
Good morning. You're tuned into the Red Hot Breakfast here on Hot 87.7. The heat is on. Time for newspaper headlines powered by Infratel. We have the Mast, the Times of Zambia. Also have the Magnet. We'll start with the Daily Mail.
All right, Daily Mail has a headline that reads, criminal rings invade Kikonge. Army deploys special forces to deal with armed foreign miners. The story is on page 5. Sampa out on 1 million kwacha bail. Story is on page 5.
I couldn't even say it. 1 meter. Goodness gracious.
President Hichilema comforts Chitimukulu. The story is on the front page of the Daily Mail this morning. Farmer robbed of FRA pay. And $1 billion oil refinery coming. HH commends Catholic Church as development partner. Today's inspirational note is coming in from Roy T. Bennett. Success is not I'll read that again. Success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. The back page of the Daily Mail this morning, Europe way to go for players. Nigeria legend Finidi George says Zambia risks remaining behind. And Nigeria tips Power Dynamos on how to beat Rivers. Leopards coach go separate ways. The story is on the back page. And handballers start with defeat to Rwanda. What's in Mast this morning?
All right, don't kill PF. Stop sowing confusion. Lurinda warns presidential aspirants. That's on page 3. We're living in difficult times, says Membe. That is another one on page 3. We're coming back stronger. Bailed Miles. That is on page 2. Sports section. Game over. Age is catching up. We need new blood. Faz. And he came here for these nights. Wissa inspires Newcastle. That is on page 7. That's what's in the Mast today.
All right. In the Magna newspaper, we have a headline that reads, Chilambwe urges UPND intra-party elections. The story is on page 2. This will be interesting to watch, actually. Seeing that now that they're in power, there's a lot of competition that's going to come for places just to get first into the National Management Committee of the UPND, and then thereafter, whatever comes after. Right. Just to get into that National Management Committee is going to be very competitive. Very interesting to watch. Other headline, we won't sell PF structures. Patriotic Front is an anchor party of all opposition political parties, says Mwape. A story is on page 3. Hichilema is just okay. We don't need to change. Zulu. The story is on the front page of the Magnet newspaper. And the back page of the Magnet newspaper this morning, Osaka beats Setie. And there's some controversy here. some controversy because there was a time that Osaka was pumping herself up during the match, and you're not allowed to like speak in tennis at certain points, and her opponent did not take that lightly. It went all the way up to the end. Even as she was beaten, Osaka reached for a handshake, and she just gave him this little, and
Very
Osaka was
annoyed,
like,
isn't
"Why
it?
are you pissed? I was talking to myself."
Rules are rules.
Yes.
Come on now. All right, let's look at the Times of Zambia. H.H. Hales Catholics expresses happiness with the church's role in supporting social services. That is on page 2. President can carry out his duties from anywhere. Stop asking why I'm at my farm. Can work remotely. I mean, after COVID, people work remotely, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Why you answer. Say it with your chest.
And what does it say? He can work from.
President can carry out his duties from anywhere.
Who's saying that?
Clayson Hamasaka.
Oh, yeah.
Press aid. Or communication specialist, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
4 army worms. Lusaka gets 8,800 liters of pesticide. The 900 households affected by Luangwa floods as government mobilizes response to cushion the impact. Another one that's on page 2. Sports section. Let's make amends. Coach Ndlovu says Zesco will play to redeem itself against Chiefs. Let's move on from that. SAZ President Chidufia to chair Continental Technical Committee. That's the Squash Association of Zambia, by the way. Under 20 lasses look good. Muila. That's what's in the Times of Zambia today. All right, your newspaper headlines. They're powered by Infratel. We'll be getting into RHB Fun Zone next.
The most important meal of the day is definitely breakfast. Start your day off on the right foot with the right information on the Red Hot Breakfast from 6 to 9 hours.
RHB Fun Zone in partnership with Devera Brands Limited.
I'll melt your parties, your drinks, and your energy.
Haha, not today. I'm Zambezi Ice. Pure, packed, and long-lasting.
But I'm everywhere.
And so am I. Every supermarket, every cooler, every home. Zambia chooses chill. Zambia chooses Zambezi Ice. Zambezi Ice. Outsmart the heat. Zambezi Premium Mineral Water. Pure refreshment. RHB Fun Zone, sponsored by Devera Brands Limited.
All right, now time for RHB Fun Zone. Today is Friday. It's Mommy's and Daddy's Club.
Yes, it
We've
is.
got 30,000 kwacha to give away to you who answers the clips correctly, okay? All you have to do is pay attention to the clips. We're going to play them back, and we'll play 4 first whilst, you're listening on your radio.
I'm not letting you go with saying Crips, man.
I said Crips?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
All of a sudden, I see blue everywhere.
Oh, Lord. Clips. I shouldn't have teased the Bemba Chief yesterday.
Oh, these are the results now, isn't it? That's okay. It happens to the best.
Look at them. Before you know it, I'll be saying I'm going at home at 9. At my Hunter's Press at 9.
That's how it starts, isn't it?
I'm sorry to all Bemba Chiefs.
Pzee has been humbled today. Oh, goodness. Anyway, continue. Crips and then...
And then you're going to win yourself 30,000, not 1,000. 30,000. Enough with the Bemba jokes. Okay. You know what we have to do today? So pay attention. Devera Brands bring you Zambezi Ice.
Yes.
All right. Zambezi Ice. Very, very much available. If you want to stock it for resale, that's on you. It's good. Just contact Devera Brands. They will be able to assist you with those deliveries and all that you need. If you're having events as well, Infratel. They are your perfect ice vendors at your events. If you want Zambezi ice at that event, you need to contact Vera Brands. They will definitely do that for you.
So what are we winning today?
30,000 kwacha. All you have to do is crack the clips. Pay attention when we're playing 4 and then playing 2 whilst you're on air, okay?
Yeah.
So just write them down as we play them.
It's as simple as that. Pay attention to the clips. That's coming up next. We'll be going through the clips that we're playing today.
I'll melt your parties, your drinks, and your energy.
Haha, not today. I'm Zambezi Ice. Pure, packed, and long-lasting.
But I'm everywhere.
And so am I. Every supermarket, every cooler, every home. Zambia chooses chill. Zambia chooses Zambezi Ice. Zambezi Ice. Outsmart the heat. Zambezi Premium Mineral Water. Pure refreshment. Call now and win with Zambezi Ice.
All right, let's pay attention now. Let's get to the clips and let's see if you can crack them. And today is the what? 23rd.
Yeah.
Silvo Sevante.
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Do you need somebody to carry your bag today?
I'm in.
Huh? I'm here for you.
Yeah. Tumbo and something. I can bring them over for you today. Right?
Anytime.
But anyway, the 23rd of January, for some other people, it's too long. But this is a day that you can walk away with 30,000 kwacha, courtesy of Vera Brands. They bring you Zambezi Ice.
All right, let's go through the clips. Here's the first one. Tell us, what is the name of the artist and the song? Here it is. All right, that's the first one. Here is the second one. All right, what's the title of that song?
Classic.
Remember it from that FIFA game.
Yeah. Was it 18 or
it was
19?
Not 19. It was, I think, 18 or 17.
18, huh? 18 or 17, thereabout.
Then here's the next one. What is the name of the artist and the song?
Yo, people will love you and support you when it's beneficial. I'ma forgive, I won't.
All right. Title of song and artist. Now, next one. The name of the character and the title of the movie.
That's what I want on mine. John, loving husband.
There you go. Those are the clips. If you can figure out those ones, that'll be 400 kwacha. And then figure out the other two that we'll play while you're on the phone.
I'm very confident that somebody's going to win today.
You think so?
I think so. These are very easy clips. Let's try.
I hope you're right. It'd be nice to kick off the year with a winner. Call us now.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you. What's your name?
Hello, good morning.
Morning. We can hear you. What's your name?
It's a struggle there.
Okay.
Probably have to try and call us back. 0974-870-877. We played you the 4 clips. What are they? Give us a call now. If you have the answers we're looking for, then you could be a winner this morning on RHB Fun Zone. Call us now.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning to you. What's your name?
Talking to Given.
All right, Given. You've heard the clips?
Yes.
All right, Given. Run us through them. What are the answers?
The first one is Sam Thomas Vimo.
Okay, what's the next one?
The next one is Love Me Again by John Newman.
Okay. What's the third one?
And the third one is Nicki Minaj, Pills and Potion.
Okay. What is the fourth one?
The music, can you play it again?
No,
we can't play the
we can't
clip
play.
again.
We played it. We give you a chance. So the only ones we're playing are the ones who haven't played.
That was
It was the movie. So what's the name of the character and the title of the movie? We played a clip of it. And the name of the character is even mentioned in the clip itself, if you're listening closely.
Yes, could hear that.
Whoa.
You're so close. Yeah.
I think that guy. I think I'm done.
That guy, eh?
You're done. Okay. All right. Well, look, you've done pretty well. You've gotten 3 correct. It's just this last one that you can't seem to
figure out.
Yeah. So congratulations to you. You win yourself 300 kwacha today.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, congratulations. What's your full name?
It's Given Piri.
Given Piri. All right. Congratulations to you, yeah?
Okay, I can give you my line now because this phone I'm just using it to call.
Yeah, somebody will be in touch with you and you'll be able to give them those details.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right, congratulations. Given. All right, there we go. So let's go through the clips real quick.
Yeah.
That we played. Sam Van Thomas, Zemo Mandela. Second clip. The next line is "Love Me Again," and that's the title of the song. John Newman did quite a good job on that one.
Yeah.
There. The third clip.
Yo, people will love you and support you when it's beneficial. I'ma forgive, I won't.
Nicki Minaj, Pills and Potions, and this is John Wick, and specifically John Wick 4.
That's what I want on mine. John, loving husband.
And that's the clip that Given couldn't answer. But yeah, that was our attempt to giving someone 30,000 kwacha. Hopefully, we'll find a winner next week. That is RHB Fun Zone for today. Thanks a lot for listening. Up next is the African View.
I'll melt your parties, your drinks, and your energy.
Haha, not today. I'm Zambezi Ice. Pure, packed, and long-lasting.
But I'm everywhere.
And so am I. Every supermarket, every cooler, every home. Zambia chooses chill. Zambia chooses Zambezi Ice. Zambezi Ice. Outsmart the heat. Zambezi Premium Mineral Water. Pure refreshment.
Football fans, this is your moment. Better One is turning up the heat with boosted odds. Imagine this. Pick 5 or more games, activate a massive 1000% ACCA boost and stand a chance to win up to 200,000 kwacha. That's right. Bigger odds, bigger wins, bigger excitement. Don't sit on the sidelines. Play now and feel the thrill of top flight football like never before. Sign up today at www.betterone.co.zm and boost your bet the smart way. Better One, where football wins bigger. 18 plus only. Bet responsibly.
Sailor Moments Event Planners offers top-class event management and premium catering for corporate events, weddings, traditional ceremonies, private celebrations, and dignified funeral services. Decor, catering, logistics, ambience, protocol, and vendor coordination. Relax while we create the perfect atmosphere for your special day or solemn occasion. Call Sailor Moments on 0760-803-386. Visit us at Hot Media House, Los Angeles Boulevard, Long Acres, Lusaka. Sailor Moments. Quality service, unforgettable experiences.
All over Zambia. This year we want you to explore holiday Yamuloko. From the thunder of Victoria Falls to the calm of Zambia Beach. From our majestic wildlife in south of Luangwa to the energetic Kopala vibes. From Zambia's Matabeto to the vibrant nightlife. Enjoy big experiences on a small budget. Travel, laugh, and celebrate Zambia. Celebrate Yamuloko. Plan your next getaway by making your booking today. money and enjoy discounted packages. Visit www.zambia.travel and click Yamuloko to see participating tourist operators. Take a holiday, Yamuloko, because the best adventures start Muloko.
Picture this. You are hungry and you're craving something different. Something with a crunch.
Oh, wow! That's perfect! Crunchy and packed with flavor and so much taste.
Grab a pack, manch it, crunch it. You know how we do. Introducing Yo Crunch, the snack you never stop crunching. Yo Crunch, feel the crunch in every lunch. Brought to you by Yo-Yo Fan Snacks.
Attention gamers and creators. Ready to level up? Fast Mobile is your headquarters. We have PS5 and Xbox consoles, plus all the games and controllers you need. For creators, find professional cameras, mics, and tripods to fuel your hustle. But that's not all. Get the latest phones like iPhone, Samsung, Tecno, and more. Find accessories, laptops, and travel bags all in one spot. Find us at Shop A75 on Freedom Way, Shop 6 on Chipperumba Road, and Shop 113C at East Park Mall. Call or WhatsApp 0779 333 503. Fast Mobile Centre for today's best technology.
The Red Hot Breakfast is brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good.
Dumelang, Sanibonani, Goeiedag. Your journey is about to start with South African Airways. Your journey begins the moment you book. From Lusaka to Johannesburg, connect seamlessly into West, East, Central, Southern Africa, Indian Oceans, Australia, and South America. Enjoy affordable fares, generous baggage, spacious seating, hot meals, and smooth check-ins that make travel effortless. Whether for business or leisure, fly with South African Airways on time, in style, every time. Book today at www.flysaa.com or visit our office at Arcade Shopping Mall or with your nearest travel agent. South African Airways, connecting Africa to the world. We cannot wait to have you on board. Have a safe, happy, and successful day. Hambani kahle. Totsiens. Samayang sintle.
Africa, the world's second largest continent, hosting a large diversity of cultures and languages. Get to know more about this beautiful continent on The African View with Kwangoli Wewe.
Good morning. Severe flooding triggered by torrential rains has displaced thousands of people in Mozambique, with some residents forced to shelter on rooftops as floodwaters continue to rise, according to aid groups and witnesses. The International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies said more than 620,000 people have been affected, with over 72,000 homes destroyed and critical infrastructure destroyed as well.
The African View.
Mali's military junta has created a new ministerial level post to oversee the mining sector, strengthening the state's direct control over the country's key gold industry. A former Barrick mining executive has been appointed to the role. According to the legal text establishing the position, the new minister will oversee the implementation of mining policy, ensure compliance with the mining code, and review reports submitted by license holders. Here is a report.
Mali's military junta has created a new ministerial level post to oversee the mining sector, tightening the government's direct grip on the country's crucial gold industry, and has appointed a former Barrick mining executive to the job. The legal text establishing the role that the minister will have the power to supervise and implementation of mining policy, monitor compliance with the mining code, and review reports submitted by the license holders, responsibilities previously held by the Ministry of Mines. According to a presidential decree dated 19th January, Kele Bebien Diarra, an earth science specialist who left Barrick to join government last year, has been appointed to the post. Mali is one of Africa's top gold producers, and several national mining forums in recent years have called for stronger structures to ensure security compliance with standards and consideration of community impacts in the sector.
And finally, South Africa's Kruger National Park has suffered major damage to critical infrastructure, and that all happened in recent flooding, with the cost of repairs estimated to run over $30 million. While there's been no loss of life within the park, parts of it were still underwater a week later. Here is a report.
The South Africa's iconic Kruger National Park suffered major damage to critical infrastructure in recent flooding, with the cost of repairs estimated to run over $30 million, according to official figures. Torrential rains and floods last week forced the world-famous safari destination to shut down.
Kruger National Park alone, the damage to critical infrastructure is so widespread that SANParks' earliest estimates are that the damage will be in excess of R500 million. Now, those are estimates. In certain areas, the flood levels haven't subsided enough for SANParks to be able to do a proper assessment. While there had been no loss of life within the park, parts of it were still underwater a week later, and 15 camps remain closed. These floods have now already affected South Africa, but all these main rivers, from the Limpopo, Lavuvu, Shingwetsi, Olifants, Sabi rivers, they are flowing from west to east, and they are all going to reach Mozambique. They have already, but there will be severe damage in Mozambique due to this. So we are not only looking at mitigating and adaptation to what we've got in South Africa, but also how we can assist our neighboring countries, and in specifically the SADC region.
The loss of tourism revenue from the flagship park will put the sustainability of the entire network of park at risks because of the impact of SANParks' operating budget. The South African government has now set up a fund to ensure the recovery of the site, which is in a region increasingly sensitive to climate change and natural disasters.
And that's it from the African View.
The African View with Kwangoli Wewe.
Dumelang, Sanibonani, Goeiedag. Your journey is about to start with South African Airways. Your journey begins the moment you book. From Lusaka to Johannesburg, connect seamlessly into West, East, Central, Southern Africa, Indian Oceans, Australia, and South America. Enjoy affordable fares, generous baggage, spacious seating, hot meals, and smooth check-ins that make travel effortless. Whether for business or leisure, fly with South African Airways on time, in style, every time. Book today at www.flysaa.com or visit our office at Arcade Shopping Mall or with your nearest travel agent. South African Airways, connecting Africa to the world. We cannot wait to have you on board. Have a safe, happy, and successful day. Hambani gahle. Totsiens. Tsamayang sintle.
Well, the African View is brought to you by South African Airways. Now, as Zambia begins preparing for upcoming public holidays, such as Youth Day in March, January is the perfect time to plan. Major events later in the year, early travel planning becomes essential. South African Airways. Book your tickets today. Visit the website. That's www.flysaa.com or call the reservations office on 0773-029100. That's 0773-029100 or contact your preferred travel agent for reservations.
And it's 0713 on Heart. It's crunch time. Dive into the crunchiest, yummiest, lip-smacking snack. Your crunch wheat, chips, spicy sweet chili, spring onion. Which flavor will you choose? Brought to you by Yo-Yo Fun Snacks. You can follow Yo-Yo Fun Snacks. They're on social media. They're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram as Yo-Yo Fun Snacks.
And also remember, you can stream all the football action with MTN 5G in the comfort of your home. Get your MTN 5G router on lease paired with a backup battery that lasts up to 6 hours. If you'd like to get more information, visit any MTN service center or email home.zm@mtn.com, or you can call 0760-600-005. That's 0760-600-005. Don't forget, our breakfast partner for Fridays is Rhodes Park Cafe. Very soon we'll be having a conversation with Cynthia. She'll be telling us what's going on over there. So stay tuned. That's coming up. But now, let's get to Sounds of the Morning.
Sounds of the Morning.
Sounds of the morning.
All right, it's now time we play Sounds of the Morning, brought to you by Madison General General Insurance, and you stand a chance to win yourself 500 kwacha by simply answering 3 sounds correctly. We're going to play the sounds back, and you come in and give us the answers. No password needed. You just have to call in and tell us the answers.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the sounds, all right? If you have to write them down, write them down.
So simple as that. And you don't want to hear this? Or this.
You ain't got the answers, man.
Yeah. So prepare yourself. Here's the first one. All right, that's the first sound. Let's get to the second one. All right, and the last one. All right, now tell us, what are those sounds? Call us now, 0974-870-877. So glad to say that we had a winner this week.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody won themselves 500 kwacha. It was a musical day, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. No, that happened on Wednesday. And who knows, you might be the second winner this week. So give us a call, 0974-870-877. I'm sure you've taken note of the clips. It's now time for you to call and give it a shot. So give us a call now.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning to you. What's your name?
My name is Clara. My name is Clara.
What's your full name, Clara?
Clara Dinala.
All right.
Clara Dinala.
Did you pay attention to the clips?
Yes.
Give us the answers.
The first one was water dripping on something. Rainwater.
Okay.
The second one was typing on a phone.
Okay.
And the last one was thunder.
I'm going to give you an extra sound, okay? Pay attention. No.
You're wrong.
No. Incorrect. Incorrect.
Thanks for trying.
Thanks for trying.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so look, we'll give you the answers right away.
Yeah.
We're feeling generous, so you don't have to wait too long. This is not water dripping, Clara. This is a golf ball being hit. Yeah.
There's a swing there.
Yeah, there's a little swing. You sound like you love your phone, so you are right. It's just typing on a keyboard on a phone. And the last one is a rocket being launched. Yeah. That's what that is. And then there's this.
Sounds of the morning.
Sounds of the morning.
The Red Hot Breakfast is brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good.
Hi, my name is Shabia Muyenda, a Zach Chavula Memorial Academy graduate of 2024 and radio presenter on Hot FM's Gen Z Central. I have exciting news for you. Are you ready to take your radio media skills to the next level? Apply now for the Zach Chavula Memorial Academy class of 2026. All you have to do is record and send a 2-minute voice note about yourself to 0967 185 010. Your journey in radio starts here. Entry start 19th January and close on 31st January 2026. Powered by Hot 87.7 FM. The heat is on.
Red Hot Breakfast. Here for good.
All right, 0718 on Hot. The heat is on, and it's breakfast time.
Yes.
It's breakfast time. Every Friday, Rotspark Cafe have got our backs on the Red Hot Breakfast by bringing us breakfast here. And we have Cynthia from Rotspark Cafe joining us this morning. Good morning, Cynthia.
Good morning.
Morning. It's good to have you in studio this morning.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, good to have you, Cynthia. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah. All right. So tell us what's the latest at Roadspark Cafe? What's going on there?
Okay, so I'm really here to just share a little bit about what the cafe is doing. It's a family-owned business. And we have something for the corporates as well and the SMEs. So to start with, for corporates and SMEs, we do outdoor catering. So if you've got your board meetings, you've got strategic meetings, we're there for you. So it's something that we do. It's an area of expertise. The other thing that we're very passionate about is the SMEs. We understand, I mean, you know, SMEs are the backbone of the economy, and we understand things can be tough. It's not always possible to have the offices that you need, the boardrooms that you need. So we have a facility that is tailored and designed and very affordable, very professional for the SME. So if you're that SME out there and you have a strategic meeting, you've got board meetings, you've got interviews you want to conduct in a professional environment, please come and see us. We have a boardroom that sits 10 people. You have video conferencing facilities. You've got access to teas and coffees and refreshments in a very conducive environment. So I'd really encourage you. The packages are very affordable. You can, for example, our prices for boardroom hire start from 350 kwacha an hour, going upwards, depending on what you're looking for. Right. But we also have other packages for half day, for full day, so very, very affordable. And then the other thing that perhaps not everyone will know us for, but we are very, very good at, and we do have a large following, is on the quiz nights.
Yes.
So we do, and I'll talk about the one that's coming up. But I also wanted to just say, for those corporates that you want to do something different for your staff, really good team engagement, you can come to us and we can facilitate. So we can do something tailored for your company and have a quiz night, which is really good for staff engagement. But every month we have these quiz nights, and they are really, I don't know, have you guys been?
Yes.
Yeah, good. And they're really, really packed. We've got a large following and very competitive, but it is a lot of fun. And we have one coming up at the end of the month. It's always the end of the month. So on Friday, the 29th of January, we've got a quiz night. It's 200 kwacha per person, but it includes your meal. So I think that's a bargain.
It's a huge bargain. It's a huge bargain. I'll tell you
this.
When people are walking into Rhodes Park Cafe, I always look at them, look at the groups, and you're thinking, we're all just here for vibes and whatnot. No.
It's competitive.
People are ready. So if you want to go to the 29th with your squad, just be ready.
Yeah, sorry. So it's, my apologies, Friday the 30th. I said 29th. Yes, it's the 30th. But it's every last Friday of the month. Don't miss out. You have teams of 8, so you have a table and their prizes. And like you say, it's fun, but don't be deceived. It's competitive. But I'd really encourage you, if you're looking to do something different in January, 2026 is about doing different things, right? Yeah. Just try and have this experience. It's a lot of fun. You can come with your friends. You can come with your colleagues. If you're interested, you can call this number. It's 0979 491 742, or you can visit the Rhodes Park Cafe. We're at 8 Lunzua Road, right near where the road where the engine petrol station is, off Addis Ababa Drive.
Right. What are the plans for 2026?
Lots of plans. So you'll be seeing a lot of activities from the cafe, both on the corporate side. I think there's some exciting packages coming up. Again, like I've said, we want to support SMEs this year. We understand how hard it is to be out there. So you can listen out. I think we'll be coming back to explain a little bit more. But yeah, we're going to continue with engagements, and we're going to have monthly themed events. But please start with the quiz night, because I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, Cynthia, thank you so much for joining us, telling us about
Rhodes Park
Cafe today. All right. And also for the wonderful breakfast as well.
Great. I'm glad you enjoyed.
For sure. All right. So that's Cynthia. She is from Rhodes Park Cafe. They are breakfast partner for Fridays.
The Red Hot Breakfast is brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good.
Welcome to No No or Momo, the game show that tests your financial decisions. Are you ready, contestants?
I'm ready.
You need new football boots for the weekend match, but your cash is tight. Do you?
A. Play in Tropicals. B. Play Namakasa. C. Pay with your virtual card by Momo.
C. Pay with my virtual card by Momo.
Correct. Make secure online payments with your virtual card by Momo. Powered by MasterCard. Get it now on the Momo app or dial *115#.
Zambia, the wait is over. SuperSport Bet is here. This is where sports fans play and champions are made. Get closer to the action, my guy. Watch, play, and win. Join today and get 10 free flights on Aviator Plus 10 kwacha free bet on sports. Catch the best odds with super boosts on your favorite matches. Don't just watch the game, play like a champion. Sign up like a bossale at supersportbet.com. Terms and conditions apply. Bet responsibly. No under 18s.
This is Breakfast.
Make some noise!
Red Hot Breakfast from 6 to 9 hours. From bumper to bumper, Hot FM is bumping your mood. This is your jam. In Traffic Jam for today. Your jam in Traffic Jam.
It's now time for the Jam in Traffic Jam, brought to you by Trucking Travels and Tours. Our destination focus for this week is Lolelunga Private Reserve. Stuck in traffic, right? I know you are. And just to remind you that you can let your mind wander in traffic. Now imagine this, swapping the brake lights that you're looking at right now for big skies and wild freedom in northern Zambia, just 30 kilometers north of the Kafue National Park. Now you can picture cheetahs sprinting through the bush. Yes, they're back. And spotting the rare Sitatunga, and maybe, if luck is on your side, the elusive pangolin. You can drift along the crystal clear Lunga River where, otters play, hippos nap, elephants splash, and crocodiles and monitor lizards soak up the sun. Fall asleep under a blanket of stars on the Ngoma deck. You can wake up with no rush, no noise, just nature on your terms. Opening in May with early bookings now open from January. So while you're, inching forward in traffic, remember that the wild is calling and it's closer than you think. So you can contact Trekking Travels and Tours on a direct call on 0764 121 396, or if you can WhatsApp them on 0979 484 920. Or just follow them on their social media platform. They are on Instagram and Facebook as Trekking Travels and Tours.
All right, now there is a wonderful segment that happens every Sunday on part 3 of Z626 right here on Hot FM. And that's called Slept On.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pzee is the one that hosts that one there. So he brings up, songs that you should have known,
but
maybe you heard, but you didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, they were good, and you just didn't pay attention to them.
Yeah. So J-Rocks will be joining Pzee on Sunday for 14 hours.
Before you even play the song, J-Rocks catalog, which song do you think is slept on?
That's a good question. I think there's a song called Cake on
Cake, Mommy.
Yeah, that
song,
one. That song is slept on for me.
I think
from Outside the Rocks, the first one.
Yeah, I think Mvula is a deep song.
That's another one actually.
That's
I thought of that one, but then I was like,
Mvula is a tough J-Rock song.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
There was also a track called Mamuna Ni Pamala. From the Outside the Rocks album. I think I'm thinking about that because I'm a little hungry. Right now. About to get into some Rhodes Park Cafe very soon. But yeah, let's get to it. Let's play a song that's not slept on.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. Distance.
Yes.
You go. The slept on stuff is on Sunday.
So Sunday.
Hours. Yeah. But here we're playing the big hits. Distance features Cancel. Here's J-Rocks.
Daily. They're not ready, they're not ready. Step up in the place, they drop the confetti. They're not steady, they're not steady. I been with that KK9 talking Betty, but money never rule the man. The girl don't wanna do the man. Pull up in a new sedan, goddamn sue the man. I apply pressure on those that I pressure, and those that I pressure. That event guy Fisher. Mama, have you noticed? I've been pushing for this from a pocket list of raps. I've been trying to flow this. They won't try to flow this, but I ain't rapping for them. They will try to flow this. It's never popping for them. Drop it like voodoo, chaka chaka doodoo. From the west to the east, feeling like Zulu. Want you full of fulu. They love the way I raise the bar to the roof. I be feeling more than Mulu. Hotter than a move on. Run the track like a road run. For some time, but we not done. Keep a distance, it's a mad man. Mama kamba bananiloa. Osi pene katapaloa. Mama kamba bananiloa. Osi pene katapaloa. Let's go. Hey, I cover distance. I keep a distance. Hey, I cover distance. It's my true. Like for instance, I'm the reason some of you are in existence. I do damage and you hurt like a fist bump. Nyongwa, that's a hook full of hiccups. Number one on the charts for like 3 months. Your mouth running like it's sponsored by Adidas or Pampers with a verbal diarrhea. I keep a distance, Nairobi to Zambia. Comes over me. In the cancer, Kenya Zambia collabo. Nimevuka boda bila kubonga. Keep a distance with Zanina Okonkwo. Si yangu solo nafanya watu wa ghetto. With your noise and all that mess, keep your Mama kamba bananiloa, osi pene katapaloa. Mama kamba bananiloa, osi pene katapaloa. Polo, why mona abi on the daily? Polo, why mona abi on the daily? I keep a distance, I cover distance. Oh, I keep a distance. Distance. Oh, they're not ready, they're not ready. Man was born from a martial mother, 9 talking shady. They're not ready, they're not ready. Man was born here without the father, but I ain't talking crazy. I brought the raps back to give him pressure, daddy. Ni wambiri wachirelesha, daddy. So big drama, give him geisha, daddy. Tenga pamela just to measure, daddy. I've been at this. Before you lose your innocence, I've been at this. I brought the light to spark your genesis. Connected you to the high life when I ain't took the cannabis. I'm mad at this. I speak to those that I've begun with this. Legendary. Should I say this for you to know I'm A-list on every list. My playlist is terrorist. Better pray this is effortless. A-miss, I never miss. My top is Everest. Till I get there, I'm not the best, but Mama kamba bananiloa. Osi pene katapaloa. Mama kamba bananiloa. Osi pene katapaloa. Polo, why mona abi on the daily? Polo, why mona abi on the daily? I keep a distance, I cover distance. Oh, I keep a distance, I cover distance. Oh.
Distance by J-Rocks featuring Can Soul. This was produced by Kensville Marley. Yeah, and J-Rocks will be on a segment called Slept On Sunday, part 3 of Z626 with Buchizia. So looking forward to that conversation there. Yeah. And well, that is your Jam in Traffic Jam, brought to you by Trekking Travels and Tours. Soon we'll have our guest presenter who'll be joining us very soon. But before that, we'll be getting into the quiz.
The Red Hot Breakfast is brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good. Can you beat the clock? Welcome to the ultimate test of knowledge. Speed, and mental agility. It's time to win! It's time for the Stunt Chart Quiz on the RHB. Brought to you in partnership with Standard Chartered Bank.
here for good.
It's now time for you to win 20,000 kwacha in the Stanchart quiz. Here's how you do it. You get 60 seconds to go through 10 questions. You get all the questions correct. You will win yourself that 20,000 kwacha. Be quick about your answers. The quiz master goes back to questions where you got wrong and the ones where you say pass to give you a second chance at winning that 20,000 kwacha. It's that simple. Every correct answer you give us will earn you 100 kwacha. So call us up now. It's 0974-870-877 or 0950-955-877. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Howard.
Good. Have a great day.
Yeah. I've got something there.
Yeah. It's 0974-870-877. Good morning.
Here for good.
All right. What's your name?
Chanda.
Chanda. Have you played the quiz before?
No. This is my first time.
Okay, Chanda. Please tell us about yourself. What do you do?
I just run a small business.
What business do you run, Chanda?
I sell some second-hand clothes in town.
You sell chickens and then you?
I sell some second-hand clothes in town.
Second-hand clothes in town. Okay. How's business so far?
Yeah, it's a bit tough at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say you sell second-hand clothing, what kind of clothing do you have? Is it t-shirts? Is it jackets? Is it jeans? Is it? Hello?
I think we lost.
Sorry, Chanda.
We lost him there.
Sorry, Chanda.
Try and call us back 0974-870-877. Call us now and try your luck at winning 20,000 kwacha. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Go here for good.
Let's be serious. Let's pick up another one here.
Morning. Turn off your radio, please.
Okay.
What's your name?
Okay, my name is Paul.
Paul, turn off your radio, Paul.
Yeah, the radio is off.
Take us off loudspeaker.
Okay. Yeah.
Morning,
Can
Paul.
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, my name is Paul Jerry.
All right, Paul Jerry. Tell us about yourself. What do you do?
Actually, I'm not doing anything at the moment.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are you doing to survive, Paul?
I'm into business.
What kind of business are you doing?
I'm into transport.
Transport business.
Yes.
Isn't that doing something?
That's doing something, Paul. What do you mean you're not doing anything?
Okay.
Paul.
Have you played the quiz before, Paul?
No, this is my first time.
Your very first time, Paul. If you won 20,000 kwacha today, what would you do with it?
I can boost, boost my business.
How would you boost your transport business with the 20,000?
Unless when it comes, that's when I can get
Paul.
Yes.
Paul has no plans for the
No, he
money.
doesn't.
Paul, handing you over to the quiz master.
All right, thank you.
All right, Paul, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can.
Okay, well, let's get to your 10 questions then. Your 60 seconds start now. Nuuk is the capital city of which country?
Pass.
Which TV network was the first to launch a 24-hour news channel?
Pass.
In which country do you find The Hague?
Pass.
Which Spice Girl married David Beckham?
Pass.
Originally, Amazon just sold what?
Pass.
1,000 meters is equal to what?
A kilometer.
Singer Rihanna hails from which country?
Come again?
Rihanna, the singer, hails from which country? Where does she come from?
America.
Name the record label owned by Yo Maps.
Pass.
In the Bible, what was the name of the infamous giant and enemy warrior who was killed by young David?
God.
Name an annual Zambian Arts Award ceremony organized by the National Arts Council of Zambia.
Pass.
Time is up.
Okay, there we go. How do we do today?
That's 2 for Paul. Paul, you win yourself 200 kwacha.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. How did you find the quiz, sir?
A bit tough.
It was tough, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you win yourself 200 kwacha today.
You win yourself 200 kwacha, Paul. Somebody will be in touch with you regarding your winnings, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, keep it locked right here on 87.7. We'll go through the questions so that you get the right answers.
Right, well, let's go through the questions. Nuuk is the capital city of which country? That's Greenland. Which TV network was the first to launch a 24-hour news channel? CNN, or cable news network. In which country do you find The Hague? That's the Netherlands. Which Spice Girl married David Beckham? Posh Spice, or Victoria. Originally, Amazon just sold what? It was books. 1,000 meters is equal to what? 1 kilometer is the answer. Rihanna, the singer, hails from which country? Barbados. Name the record label owned by Yo Maps. That's Oleo's Records. In the Bible, what was the name of the infamous giant and enemy warrior who was killed by a young David? Goliath. And then name an annual Zambian Arts Award ceremony organized by the National Arts Council of Zambia. That is the Ngoma Awards. 2 of those questions answered correctly. That means poor Jerry wins himself 200 kwacha today in the Stand Chart quiz. Let's take a look at Facebook. How are we doing there?
All right, so on Facebook we have Jean Verg, who said pass on the first question. CNN, Netherlands, Victoria, pass. 1 kilometer, Barbados, Oleos, Goliath, and Ngoma. Those were his answers.
Did very well, actually.
Did very well, yeah. Did very well.
Okay. Nobody else?
Nobody else. Everybody else was just, they're being...
being what?
You're being characters. You know what you're doing.
All right, well, we'll try and see how it goes next week, but that is... the Stand Chart quiz for today. Coming up next, we'll be having a chat with our guest presenter.
The Red Hot Breakfast is brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good.
Duffy's, trusted by parents for years as Zambia's #1 antibacterial shoe. Made from high-quality genuine leather for guaranteed comfort and longevity. Durable. Trusted for its reliability. When a child smiles, their parent sees their future bright and strong. Toughies. Find yours at a Butter store near you today. And 100 winners can stand tough and win a share of 200,000 kwacha in Butter shoe vouchers. Simply buy a pair of Toughies in store. Write your details at the back of the receipt and drop it in the box provided at every Butter store countrywide. The competition runs until 30th January 2026. T's and C's apply.
Hi, my name is Shabia Muyenda, a Zach Chavula Memorial Academy graduate of 2024 and radio presenter on Hot FM's Gen Z Central. I have exciting news for you. Are you ready to take your radio media skills to the next level? Apply now for the Zach Chavula Memorial Academy class of 2026. All you have to do is record and send a 2-minute voice note about yourself to 0967 185 010. Your journey in radio starts here. Entry start 19th January and close on 31st January 2026. Powered by Hot 87.7 FM. The heat is on.
Red Hot Breakfast from 6 to 9 hours.
07:43 on Hot. The heat is on. Here's a quick message from Zambia Airways. Now you can experience elevated travel in their business class cabin to Johannesburg, Dar es Salaam, and Nairobi. Enjoy access to business class lounges and enjoy up to 96 kg of free baggage service and a refined onboard experience with Zambia Airways. You can visit www.zambiaairways.com or call their reservations office on 0211 431500, or you can contact your preferred travel agents. Zambia Airways, the new wings of Africa.
All right, it is January 23rd, 2026, and welcome to the Friday edition of the Red Hot Breakfast. Today, we have renowned artist, author, and co-founder of the Women's History Museum as our guest presenter. Allow me to welcome Miss Mulenga Kapwepwe to the Red Hot Breakfast. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Now, as tradition, we start the show with some quick fire questions for our guests to allow our listener to get to know our guests better. So we'll kick it off with this one. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Well, today you made me a morning person. No, actually, I am a morning person.
Is it?
Yeah.
What time does your day start?
Depending on where the sun is in the hemisphere, because the sun rises sometimes early, depending on whether it's December or January or whatever.
Yeah.
So if the sun is rising early, normally by 5:30, I'm out. I like to walk. So I like to walk at least 7 kilometers a day. So that's how my day starts normally.
Okay. What's the duration that you take with this 7 kilometers? Are you always trying to shorten the duration, or do you keep
okay
it
with your
constant?
pace? No, I have a fixed route. So so it's exactly the same time. It's easier to plan my day if I know exactly 1 hour, 20 minutes or whatever. I'll be on the road. So I try to stick to the same walking route.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your preferred early morning beverage?
Something squeezed and fresh. Yeah.
Okay.
I actually make a very mean kalembura.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Here we go. Take out your notes.
Tell us this concoction now.
Yeah, you can blend bondwe, kalembura, tomato, coriander, a bit of garlic. Yeah, just throw whatever is green and colorful from the garden, fresh. It's really good.
And then you blend it and drink it.
Blend it and drink it. Yeah, it's excellent.
What do you add to it to make it like liquid?
Edible.
I'll make you one. Everyone I've made that for, they've come back and said, "Can I have some more of that?"
Really?
Yeah, it is. It's really it's good.
What are the benefits of this?
I think anything kind of green and fresh and red, and there's a lot of vitamins and minerals in fresh vegetables.
Right.
I'm a vegetarian, so that's basically a meal for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't do tea, coffee, none of that in the morning?
I do. I mean, I can, but if that is there, if there's that, then that's what I prefer. Or fresh juice.
Okay.
Pass over the tea now. There's calembla in the garden. Bring it over here.
Bring it on. Bring it here.
Yeah. All right. So how many languages do you proficiently speak?
Proficiently? I think, let me just say 2. Bemba and English. But where I went to school, it was compulsory to study French and German. So I do speak a smattering of both of those.
Okay.
And of course I grew up here, I was born here in Osaka, so Nyanja as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you find those extra languages useful when you travel?
Extremely.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, I hated them when I was doing
really,
them. I don't think I'm a language person. Some people are my mother was very good at picking up languages, but didn't pass it on to me. So I had a very tough time having to do, can you imagine, having to do English, because it's not my language, English, German, and French all at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you still caught on, though. That's very good.
Yeah.
For French, I know because our neighbors and whatnot and school here that used to offer it is a bit familiar. But German, if you picked up on German, I think you're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally all our teachers were German, so they put it in the curriculum in the school. I went to school at the Dominican convent, and most of the nuns were German, so I think they decided, why not teach these African children
our language?
Our language.
All right. So, apart from your ancestral home, which is Chinsali, where else would you like to settle?
I think some nice lagoon in Wapula. I swear, I do think Wapula is the prettiest province. They have everything. Yeah, they have lagoons and palm trees. And, and lakes and beaches and
waterfalls.
Everything. They have everything.
Right. Right now, which figure, living or dead, would you love to sit down with for a meal, and why?
I think Nelson Mandela. Yeah. I think for his, I read the book Goodbye Bafana, which is the book that was written by the person who used to actually was given the duty to look after Nelson Mandela throughout his incarceration. And I think you get more of who the man was from that book than when you read Long Walk to Freedom. I think he's a little bit circumspect and stuff in that book. But the Long Walk to Freedom, actually, the Goodbye Bafana, I think it gives you the man, you know. And when you read and you understand what he went through, because he lives out a lot in A Long Walk to Freedom, the humiliation, you know, the heartbreak and all that stuff that he went through, you know, the things he went through, even with Winnie, you know. I admire such a person who comes out from all that and is still whole, still intact and still forgiving. I think for me, I would really want to pick his brains. And say, how did you do that and why?
Okay. I want to ask you something, all right? Because I'm going to ask you best off what my classmates or the people I grew up around with, like a myth that we all thought. Okay, you're a twin. Okay, just put it out there. Do you sometimes experience like twin telepathy where you're able to read Bachileshe's mind sometimes? Does that happen? Well, you know what? I think the amazing thing for me, sometimes, you know, that happens. I think we can finish each other's sentences off and things like that. We're very much in tune. Yeah. But also, I think it's funny how our lives have. It's almost like we planned our lives to kind of be the same. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. We kind of go through things, the same things at different times. But for me, it's just been crazy. Like, is it like a cheat code to have a twin in life? Because
right.
You know what? I have never been anything else but a twin, so I don't know what that feels like. But what I do know about being a twin is that you're born with a friend.
Okay.
Yeah, from the get-go.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a friend.
All the way, yeah.
All the way. And I get upset when I hear people saying, "Oh no, my twins have been separated." You know, one the school says this one must be in the other class, and I'm like, "No, can you please, you know,
put them together?"
So were you always in the same class
always,
all the way?
Always.
So that telepathy you spoke of, and I asked this because it's just myths and whatnot. Are you able to read each other's minds and tell each other answers?
What?
I'm just putting it out there. It's twin myths that we're debunking. You know, put them in the same class because of TV. I know they'll be able to read each other's mind and tell each other answers and discuss it, and you won't be able to know.
I think there's some twins like that, but I wouldn't say like we are that kind of telepathic twin. No, you know, I mean, it's strange because even the way we were born. My twin sister was born like early in the morning, and my mother didn't even know I was there.
Really?
Yeah. And
she didn't know that she was carrying twins the whole time?
No, she didn't.
Wow.
So, there was no scans in those days.
Yeah, right.
So she didn't know, and she kind of carried on with her life. And
Wait,
then
what
after...
do you think she carried on with her life?
Did, you know, she carried on with her life, cooked lunch, did, you know. I think giving birth wasn't the drama it is today. You know, she carried on with her life. Yeah. So after lunch, she decided. And the interesting thing is that the day we were born, actually, was the day that ZANC, the Zambia African National Congress, was the day that my dad and Kaunda and everybody else split from Nkumbula. It was on the 7th of October, 1958. So, like, my dad took off, you know, because they had to go and prepare for this.
Yeah.
It was going to be a big thing, because the ANC was kind of like the political party that everybody belonged to. And that was the day they were going to split. So my dad left early in the morning. Mom went into labor, had my sister. Dad was still out there doing politics. After lunch, my mom decided, let me go and register this child, you know, at Chilenja Clinic. And when she got to Chilenja Clinic, And they said, okay, let's check whether you're okay and everything. And then they said, no, but there's another one.
I can just imagine the shock.
Yes. So my mom was like, okay, but is it alive? You know, what's going on?
Yeah.
And they said, well, we don't know, but they had to induce her. And then I was born. So I think my dad got a shock when he got back because he was now Shimpundu, you know.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're definitely fraternal. We're fraternal twins. We're not identical twins.
Right.
I tend to see that telepathic thing more with
identical
twins than fraternal. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's older than you by how many hours then?
About 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a long time.
It's a rare case. Is she ever going like,
I know. But I kind of I got her when she was based in Washington for 4 years. I used to be Mkulu, you know, because I'd be the first one born,
right?
Before Washington. So I'm older than you. So I was older than her for 4 years.
Right. All right. Tell us, what in your view is the greatest challenge facing humanity today?
I think basically what we're doing to the planet. Yeah, I think humanity has touched and poked in places perhaps we shouldn't have, and even just coming to an agreement of how we rectify the damage we're doing to the planet. You know, you have one country saying, okay, we'll do this, emissions and things like that. We have America now saying, nope, we're going back to coal. You know, for me, the planet is in distress. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges that we have as human beings, because without the planet, there's no humanity.
And then there's Zambia that cuts down more trees than a lot of countries in the world.
I know. I think for me that was the heartbreak side of load shedding, because a lot of trees were cut down because everybody needed an alternative source of energy. So there we go. Every time I saw a pile of jack, I was just like, oh my God, you know. It takes years to grow a tree. And so when you destroy so many, and some trees will become extinct. You know, the Miombo forest, the Miombo system that we have in Zambia, which covers quite a bit of this country, is as important to this planet as the Amazon. You know, it's also a huge part of the lung of the planet, and we're destroying it without even really thinking about it, and we're not reforesting our forests at a pace that I think will support the lung system. So I think that's a challenge that we really should be looking at and addressing quickly.
Okay. Well, those are quick fire questions. Thank you for being a good sport with them. We'll be getting to the crux of our conversation right after we get past the news headlines that's coming up next. If you just tuned in, we have renowned artist, author, and co-founder of the Women's History Museum as our guest presenter. That's Miss Mulenga Kapwepwe. Stay tuned to the Red Hot Breakfast.
Easy just got bigger. Kulani easy apaka ni DVD. Select on something imwe easily. 120 grams of sugar is better. Easy is always ahead. Easy got the most flavors. Easy is always ahead. We spoke and we heard. Easy apaka. Easy just got DVD. Easy just got easy apaka. Easy just got
Easy noodles just got bigger. Now available in 120 grams.
Attention truck owners and fleet managers. Automotive Equipment Limited is giving you 30% off truck spares, but only until 28th of February 2026. Get quality parts, engine parts, electricals and accessories, steering, transmission, plus fuel and exhaust spares, all at unbeatable prices. Available for Mercedes-Benz, DAF, Volvo, Scania, and Freightliner. Call or WhatsApp 0979 482 455 and save big today. Automotive Equipment Limited, because you deserve quality.
The news headlines every second hour are sponsored by Swan Insurance Zambia. For you, for them, for life. Swan, for life.
The Water Resources Management Authority, WAMA, has expressed concern that the Shaft 5 well field in Lusaka, which supplies water to approximately 22% of the city's residents, is at risk of contamination. The Information and Communications Technology Association of Zambia, ICTAZ, has expressed concern over persistent connectivity challenges caused by poor network services in the country. The Basic Education Teachers Union of Zambia, BETUZ, has urged government to introduce incentives that will encourage teachers to remain in rural areas rather than seeking transfers to urban centers. In international news, President Volodymyr Zelensky says trilateral talks on ending the war in Ukraine are to take place in Russia, and the US in the United Arab Emirates after he met President Donald Trump in Davos. And in sports, 2017 under-20 AFCON winning forward Edward Chilufya was introduced in the 85th minute as Danish club FC Midtjylland conceded a stoppage time penalty to draw 3-3 away to Norway's Brann. Those are the headlines at 8. We have more coming up at 9. Stay tuned.
Hot FM, where every time is prime time.
At Stanbic, we understand that managing collections across various channels can be complex and time-consuming. That's why we created iCollect, a platform designed to streamline transaction reconciliation for customers with key services in one place. Cash deposit in branch helps you manage physical cash safely with custom narrations and real-time reconciliation. Cash deposit CIT instant credit gives you access to funds the moment it's picked up at your location, with an option for an in-plant teller for even faster service. USSD Merchant Collection enables business receive payments with no internet anywhere, anytime. Our inwards fund transfer enables businesses receive payments into their Stanbic accounts integrated to your system for improved reconciliation and reporting. With iCollect, you gain operational efficiency, instant reconciliation, and improved security for your business. Stanbic iCollect, one platform, every collection in your control.
Imagine high-speed internet anywhere you live, work, or travel, even in the most remote parts of Zambia. That's Starlink. Satellite broadband that doesn't need towers or fiber, just clear sky and power. Now, how do you get it? Thor International is your answer. Not a retailer, but an authorized Starlink reseller, and the difference matters. A retailer simply sells you a kit. Thor International goes further. As an authorized reseller, we provide expert consultation, professional installation, full system support, and we're right here in Zambia when you need us. We supply the Gen 3 standard kit, the mini kit, and the enterprise kit for larger organizations. For businesses operating remotely, NGOs on assignments, farms, lodges, mines, or fixed sites outside the fiber line, you don't just need equipment, you need a partner. Choose Thor International, your #1 authorized Starlink reseller in Zambia. Call 0975 101 491 0971 624 542. Email starlink@thorinl.com or visit 100/244 of Twin Palm Road, New Ibex Hill, Lusaka.
Wherever life takes you, in the city,
Hi, please send me that email.
or the rural area, one thing remains true. You need a bank that understands you.
Welcome to NatSave.
At NatSave, we understand the heart of every Zambian. Whether you're growing your business, needing a personal loan, or saving for the future, we are with you every step of the way. From Bala to Livingston, from townships to rural areas, we are your bank and your home. Call us on 882 or visit our social media platforms for more information. NatSave, your bank, your home.
Attention gamers and creators. Ready to level up? Fast Mobile is your headquarters. We have PS5 and Xbox consoles, plus all the games and controllers you need. For creators, find professional cameras, mics, and tripods to fuel your hustle. But that's not all. Get the latest phones like iPhone, Samsung, Tecno, and more. Find accessories, laptops, and travel bags all in one spot. Find us at Shop A75 on Freedom Way, Shop 6 on Chipperumba Road, and Shop 113C at East Park Mall. Call or WhatsApp 0779 333 503. Fast Mobile Centre for today's best technology.
The most important meal of the day is definitely breakfast. Start your day off on the right foot with the right information on the Red Hot Breakfast from 6 to 9 hours.
No food to no stress. No food to no stress. At Zanaco you come first. At Zanaco you come first.
The time is 8:04. This time check is brought to you by Zanaco. Now, banking has never been more convenient. You can now research your Zanaco debit card PIN anywhere, anytime using your mobile banking on *444# or through the Zanaco mobile banking app, available for download on iOS or Android. Zanaco, putting you first.
No food to no stress. No food to no stress. At Zanaco you come first. At Zanaco you come first.
Red Hot Breakfast from 6 to 9 hours.
Yes, the Red Hot Breakfast here on Hot 87.7. The heat is on. Don't forget, there is the Zach Chavula Academy. There's the third cohort that we're calling for now. If you think you are good enough to be a radio presenter, then you should sign up for this. Now, all you have to do is send a 2-minute voice note telling us who you are, what you're about, and why you deserve a seat in the class. Send a voice note to 0967-185-010. That's 0967-185-010. Don't overthink it. Just record it. just start talking. Just talk about yourself, what we should know about you. And don't worry too much about how you sound. Just send it over and then we'll do the rest. If you're selected, then someone will be in touch with you. So all the best to you. Now, don't forget, we have our guest presenter with us here, Miss Molenga Kapwepwe. We just went through the quick fire questions with her. She's an author, renowned artist, co-founder of the Women's History Museum. Yes, she is our guest presenter today. We've gotten past the quick fire questions. Now let's get to the main reason why we have you here. We want to pick your thoughts on a number of contemporary issues, picking lessons from history and discussing how we move forward. So let's start with a somewhat cheeky question around national identity, Ms. Kapwepwe. How would you define a Zambian?
A Zambian person?
Yes.
Well, you know what? Zambia is blessed with diversity. We are a diverse country in terms of culture, which for me is part of the wealth of this country. That we have so much in terms of whether it's music, musicality, you know, what types of music, what types of dances, what types of cosmologies even, so many things. There are so many different ways that the different groups of Zambia have looked at life, you know, whether it's the way they dress, whether it's the way their languages. For me, that is part of the wealth of this country, that it belongs to us and is part of our identity. Now, culture always comes in layers, because culture really is what forms our identity. But I do a lot of interaction and training with foreign people, and I think one of the things that everybody identifies with Zambians is that we're very friendly people. Is that we're very friendly people. We're easy to get on with and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's just part of the overall culture of, you know, who we are. You know, we greet each other. We tend to start interacting with each other without too much formality. You know, you can be in a bus and, you know, soon everybody kind of knows everybody.
Yeah, conversations.
Yeah, that you don't do that in America, or you know, everybody's looking somewhere else. Here we're very friendly. So we do have, I think, layers that create our identity. There's been, I think, part of it is also kind of the formalized identity, which is we are Zambians. That I think people forget that had to be created as well. Symbols had to be created to make us feel this is our identity. We have a song that creates our identity. We have a flag that creates our identity. So there's many layers at which we say we are who we are. But for me, I think the diversity of this country, whether someone is wearing a Musisi or they're wearing something, that is a Zambian, and immediately someone sees that, they should be able to say, oh, that's a Zambian, because that is part of that whole plethora of identity of being a Zambian. Yeah.
I always ask this question: if we're so friendly as Zambians, why do we have such bad customer service?
I know.
So are we just friendly to foreigners, or are we really that friendly amongst ourselves?
I think we are. I mean, if you're in a kind of informal setting, I think we're pretty friendly. Customer service is something that I did a lot of. I conducted a lot of training in customer service, and I so hear you,
right?
Because it is something that actually you have to be trained, because there are different skills that you need even to deal with different types of customers, and a lot of companies don't invest in that interface,
right.
in customer service.
Cheap labor, isn't it?
I know, and it's sad because the first contact with the company is that front person who is going to offer you the service.
Yeah.
And so, it's when you're in front of people and you've been employed to do that, I think the employer should take the time to train you,
right,
and enable you to be able to do that customer service. Otherwise, just relying on the Zambian friendliness
not enough.
Might not work.
Yeah. Okay. Now, the country turns 62 this year, and as diverse as it appears, would you say that maybe we should start entertaining the thoughts around a common national language or a common dress code? Is that a conversation relevant today?
As I said, for me, the diversity of this country is the wealth of this country. So whether we have one way of dressing or we have 10, for me it's fine, as long as I can say, oh yeah, that is Zambian, that is from Northwestern.
How do you point that out? How do you point that out? Because we've got a lot that we can symbolize as locals. When we're out there, you can pick it out and say, okay, that there is a Zambian piece of clothing or something like that. Do you think we would need something that would just define us and just say, even foreign nationals, wherever they are, they should pick it out and say, that there is Zambian?
Like a Scottish kilt.
Something like that.
Yeah, maybe. But I am really not into that school of let's have one thing, because we have many things. And why not make those things become so visible that people will still know that, oh yeah, that is a Zambian thing. If they see some Ngoni person, in their skins and whatever it is, and say, oh yeah, that's Zambia, that's Ngoni. For me, that is fine. It's still Zambia. The push to just have this one thing to say that we're Zambians, for me, is not whatever. Even with the languages, we have so many languages and dialects, and a language is like a library. It stores so many other things apart from just the communication. So if we start doing away with some languages, maybe not this one, maybe that one, then we're also just literally deleting whole libraries as well. So for me, one of the things that I would actually, I'm trying to work with, I do work with a lot of young people, but we're trying to develop even apps that will bring back some languages, that will preserve some of the languages. Because when you preserve a language, you're actually preserving just much more than just how people talk. You're preserving the way they think, you're preserving what they know, their knowledge, because languages direct us to different things. So for me, I think the English thing has kind of, sort of dealt with that.
Okay, it's being fair to everybody.
It's being fair to everybody, and below that, let us encourage the use of our own languages.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now, young people growing up in Zambia today appear less interested in knowing their tribal roots. But we know the national ID document still carries data around village, chief, and district one hails from. What are your thoughts around national identity documents and national unity?
I guess this is the evolution of everything. And some things become less important at some point in time. Some things that were very important might become much less important, maybe 50 years down the line or whatever. At the beginning of this country, it was literally, I think, a carryover from the colonial times, where they really had to know where you came from and so forth. And we all came from somewhere. You know what I mean? Now, there's more people who are born like me in Osaka, and maybe they've never even been back wherever. They don't know the village, the chief, the whoever. They don't. So some of those things are changing, and maybe we should be making room for those things, because there are people who will not even know who their chief is. My generation, probably people my generation would know who their chiefs are, but yeah, some of these kids who are born now, that doesn't even make any sense to them. Huh?
Yeah.
Who's that? But I think we have to kind of go with the evolution of time, but it is also important to preserve some of these things, because they do root people where they came from, not for any other use, but this is where you come from. Not as a weapon against anybody or anything like that, but just as a root of, this is where you come from, because we sometimes need to know where we come from, who we are.
Do you think we should say, if you're going to get an NRC, go to your village and get it from there? Do you think that would help the situation?
This is what I'm saying. There are some people who don't even know the village they come from.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so this is why I'm saying we have to start considering some of these things, because 60 years down the line, some of those things that applied then don't apply now. Right. So what other information can we put on the NRC for people like that that will still situate them in terms of the national identity? So some things change, and they will change. And the more urbanized this country becomes, the more we have to think about that.
Okay. Let's talk about how our wealth as a country, because Zambia is one of the well-endowed nations with rich deposits of national resources, and yet over 60% of its population are so poor that they struggle to even find food. How do you reconcile those two positions?
I think we haven't really started. I think we haven't thought outside the box, because this country is very wealthy. I tend to kind of favor to mix two things. The Chinese way of dealing with poverty, and the Chinese have raised the equivalent of the population of America out of poverty in one generation. 360 million people out of poverty. And I like to study how other nations lift their people. And I think that the interesting thing about the Chinese example is that the Chinese do not believe in the kind of thing that we have kind of bought hook, line, and sinker, which is get investors, then they create jobs. I think we should have a mix. The Chinese tend to go for sector creation. So creating a sector, when you create a sector, you automatically create jobs. Now, in this country, I told you I walk in the morning.
Yeah.
When I walk in the morning, there's a lot of sectors that I see that we should be developing for the people. Yeah. I see sometimes, elderly women, sometimes very young women with babies on their backs. They're walking and they're just looking on the ground. They're looking for those plastic bottle tops. Yeah, they're just looking for those little bottle tops, and they'll collect enough for that day to go and get some money and feed their family. Waste management. The product that waste is wealth. It's $1 billion industry, and we have not actually taken any steps to say, how do we organize this sector so that people, and waste means everybody can actually benefit from waste. Yeah, because you process it, you collect it, you do all those things. Yeah, and the collection of it, even an ordinary woman can do. Yeah, we can do it at household level. Waste is everywhere. Yeah. There was a time I made a proposal actually to one of the big chains, because they are producers of waste, these malls. And I made a proposal like, why don't we, and I actually sat with them, but also with the hotels. I said, look, why wouldn't you, as people who produce waste, why don't you sign your waste over to your employees and have someone, we could have put up a team, have someone to come and teach them how to separate the waste and be able to sell that waste and then be able to have a disposable income that they themselves are saving, yeah? There's a lot of opportunities even in just waste, and waste is everywhere in this country. There are countries exporting waste, yeah? If you go to Chongwe, I remember once going to the city council and talking to the clerk. I was like, why are you advertising that you want somebody to come and manage your waste? The waste that is produced in this city is your wealth as a city. Yes, you should be able to turn that waste into energy. You can sell the waste to all these people who are bottling, water and drinks and whatever it is. There is money lying around everywhere. And we're just not sitting down to say, how do we make this sector work for everyone? In other countries, you have machines. You have machines, say in Bowling or wherever, where you direct all the people who make mojo drinks, whatever they are, to do a barcode on the bottle, so that if I pick up a bottle, I drink from it. If I go to that machine and swipe on the barcode, it will give me a receipt with a PIN number, and I can go and cash it at an ATM. Yeah? Why? And the technology is there. We need to start thinking outside the box.
I know Germany does that.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of videos from Germany where, like one day in Germany, and then when people find out that if you return plastic bottles, you get a lot of money, and now everybody begins to collect bottles. You can barely see a plastic bottle on the street.
Exactly. Right. And why not? It's a wealth that will just keep on going and going and going, because you're now recycling and people are making money from the same product. Yeah? So there are certain sectors that we can start organizing properly and without too much input, because you can do that with the private sector and government together. Yeah. So there are things that, for me, I'm thinking, the other day I saw a picture of tomatoes that were spilled on the ground. I don't know where that was, whether it was Soweto or some market. Tomatoes everywhere. One of the things that I was working with women in prison, and one of the things we were teaching them was how to extract phytocosmetic oils. The oil from the tomato seed, I think you buy it at maybe like 56 euros for very few grams. It's very expensive oil. And for me, when I was looking at that tomato lying there, and I'm thinking, what?
That's a lot of money there.
That's a lot of money there, yeah. And it's not a complicated process to get the oil from the seed of a tomato. It's not complicated. Even the machinery is not complicated. You could literally empower women to start extracting that at the market, and it's one of the best oils for skin.
Wow.
Or, watermelon. I just used to tell guys at Soweto, any watermelon that falls off a truck and whatever it is, collect the seeds for me. And I go back, they've got a whole seed like this. The oil from watermelon seeds is one of the best skin oils ever. In Ghana, when they started doing the shea butter, it was just a small industry, yeah? But now shea butter is a huge export for Ghana. We have to create our own industries and products and market them across the world. And a lot of these things, impundu, amasuku, all those things have got very, very expensive skin oils in them, yeah? And extracting that oil is not something that would be something that would be very puzzling to a woman, even in the village, yeah? So there are certain things that are available to us. They are ours. We don't have to import them. We can do them here and start marketing them to the world. And some of those are already something that is in demand in the world. Create markets. I think the other thing for me is also, I grew up in the UNIP era, so I'll hark back to that. But for me, some of the things really made sense. For small scale farmers and so forth, the thing that is really important for a farmer is market. Yeah, and I think we should be able to organize market for farmers. Market. In the UNIP days, you had what was called NAMBOARD, which was really the National Marketing Board. Yeah? Right. And that was really an organization that collected and marketed the produce of farmers. And so you didn't have to worry too much if you produced tomatoes. you could go to NAMBOARD and they will market the thing for you. We need to be able to help farmers. Yeah, we need for the people in the peripheries, in the rural areas and so forth. We need to get very much into the kind of value addition I'm talking about, which makes transportation of what they produce worthwhile. Yeah, because this is a big country, but we're not thinking outside the box. We're still no mining, yeah, those things are there. Those minerals, we're blessed with them, but we're blessed with so much more. The thing that makes a country successful sometimes is not even what it has, it's how it thinks. So if we're not thinking outside the box, if we're not thinking for ourselves, if we don't have ideas that will give us wealth, we are going to remain in this poverty. This is a digital age. You know what I mean? This is Africa's age. For me, that's why even my museum is digital, because there's so many more possibilities in the digital age. And we're not taking advantage of that as a country. Yeah. And that, for me, I think is the sad tale of how we get from poverty to national wealth, yeah? To wealth that everybody enjoys.
Right. Well, if you just tuned in, we have Miss Mulenga Kapwepwe with us. She's a renowned artist, author, and co-founder of the Women's History Museum. We continue our conversation after this.
Red Hot Breakfast from 6 to 9 hours.
Zambia, thank you for tuning into today's show. And we can't end the program without introducing the all-new FNB eWallet Plus. It's as easy as *130 *321 hash. So guess what? Everybody's getting the convenient and safe eWallet Plus. What network are you on? Doesn't matter. You're getting an eWallet Plus. Want to pay bills or buy groceries from the small shops? Simply dial *130 *321 hash. Paying for your taxi ride, your braids, or even your haircut. Use your eWallet Plus. With FNB eWallet Plus, it's one wallet with endless possibilities. Send, receive, and make payments no matter what network you're on, no matter where you are. Simply dial *130 *321 hash to activate your eWallet Plus today. FNB is a licensed commercial bank. FNB. Help changes everything.
The most important meal of the day is definitely breakfast. Start your day off on the right foot with the right information on the Red Hot Breakfast from 6 to 9 hours.
All right, our guest today is Miss Mulenga Kapwepwe, renowned artist, author, and co-founder of the Women's History Museum. Getting to know her better as our guest presenter here. Now, let's continue our conversation. To what extent do you think the quality of our political leadership has contributed to the social and economic malaise we have today?
Well, I think it harks back to what I was saying. I think you have to have a visionary leadership. I think you have to have a leadership that has a vision, yeah, and a vision where you've all bought into, and you're saying this is where we're going. Sometimes it's difficult to know what our vision is as a country. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is now. You have. Let me go back to the UNIP days.
Here we go again.
Yeah, because I grew up then, and you know what? I could see. I remember even hearing the policies of the government from through music. Like Wakalamba Hit Parade are actually talking about the agricultural policy of the country. So where we're going, one lima pay, what I don't know. Having worked in government and seen for myself, I think some of the things that disappointed me are, I think, the attitude that we have now, that public service, that going into public service is somehow the best place to go and enrich yourself, that you can steal from this government with impunity. Yeah, that actually it's okay. The casualness that people steal from the government, for me, is shocking. The I don't know, just the direction, the lack of direction sometimes that you don't know, okay, so where are we going? How are we going? I think we're doing a disservice to the younger generation, because when I talk to young people, some of the things I'm talking about, they think are normal, that you should just go into, that you're going to go into public service because then you'll get rich. Then you have deals and you can do this and that. Yeah, public service is not about that, but I think our leaders have let us down, and for me, they're letting the next generation down. Because I remember having this argument with these young people who were saying, no, but when we get into, into power, we have to be able to employ ourselves. Like, no, that's actually not why you get into power.
Right.
Yeah, you get into power, you find that there is already a civil service in place and all that, and you work with that. It's not, the civil service is not now where you go and plant all your girlfriends and friends and relatives. And no, that's not it. But this is the way that this country has evolved. And for me, that's perhaps one of the most disappointing things, cadarizing a civil service is the worst thing that you can do to a country. When the civil service cannot function, the country will not develop. It will not function. You can go, I remember going, I think I was in Belgium one time, and I was saying, like, who's the president? And they were like, no, we haven't had a president for 4 years. Like, no ministers? No. How does, how do things happen here?
Yeah.
And they said, well, the state is still in place. The government is a part of governance that we elect. The state is the thing that stays in place. The civil service, the police. Yeah. And those things should be able to run professionally without, But I think our leaders have cadarized those institutions to the point where to see a professional in any of these institutions now is becoming more and more rare. In those days, when I grew up, people used to come to Zambia just to experience the Zambian civil service because it was so highly professional. And I fear sometimes that your generation and people under you don't even have an idea of what a professional civil service looks like. They don't have an idea of what a committed leadership that doesn't think about themselves first looks like. So I think we have failed the younger generation. Yeah.
How do you protect the civil service from that, from cadarizing and all that?
It's political will. The state is the state. We should not interfere with state institutions. That creates even safety for the citizens, because I know that I can walk into the judiciary is part of the state. Right. I can walk into any court and I know that I'll be treated professionally. That is something that is calming for any citizen. If I walk into a court and I know that the outcome is already determined by the government, then I'm not safe. Yeah, the government. When we grew up, it was the party and its government. It was the party, because the government is that party that we remove or maintain every 5 years. The state should be professional, and the government should be the one to ensure that they have a professional civil service, they have professional institutions, so that all citizens are treated fairly and the same. Without that will, which I don't see anymore, because now the government interferes in the running of the state, we will not have that fairness, because we should be able to, in May, when we dissolve the government, the part that we elect, when the MPs, ministers, whoever, when they go, that's the government going. The state that remains should be able to actually run this country without even that government being there. Italy had what was famously called as a revolving door government, because the governments would change even after 3 months, but the state ran the country, and Italy didn't collapse. So if we don't have a professional state functions, state institutions and so forth, the country can collapse. If the government that is holding on to those state institutions is removed. So we're in a crazy place in terms of that. I think we should do much more as a country to ensure the separation of state and government.
Okay. Still sticking to the calendar times. Yeah, a few years to the golden age of 70. This means, you are in a very exclusive club of Zambians that saw the birth of this nation.
Mm-hmm.
You must have been around 7 years old when Zambia was born.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back, is this the kind of nation you think people like Mr. Kapwepwe and his comrades were building? And if you were to wake them up today, Simon and his comrades, what do you think they would say to the current crop of political leaders that we have?
I think they probably take out their whips and whip them.
Very old school.
Yeah, they were very old school. They were very, very old school. They were very old school. You know what? When you say very old school, it's true, because I remember, in those days, I remember even when a minister misbehaved, I remember seeing those ministers being called to our house and ballocked. Yes, like you can't. Like you cannot.
What?
Yes, like you cannot.
An actual minister?
Yes, you cannot. And whether it was personal behavior or whatever behavior, because for those guys, it was like, however we behave, the country will also look at our behavior as leaders. Yes.
Give us a name.
No. No, but I remember that was how much being an ethical leader, being a leader who one adhered to the rules, whether it was ethical or moral or even just financial, they were very strict about, we have to show the example. We have to be the example as leaders, and so, there was, I think they would probably come and
a few of them, or all of them, line up now.
That would be the tantamin. I think some of what is going on, I think, would be disappointing to some of them. Some of the things I think they might be happy with. This country, when they were fighting for independence, it was an environment where they were coming from total oppression in terms of the colonial government, and so freedom was one of those things that people really fought for. That you could be able to express yourself, you could be able to walk wherever you want, you could be able to say what you want, because that was part of the freedom. I think one of the things that they might be surprised by is how fearful people are to talk today in this country. If you say this, people say, no, I wanted to say, but there's cyber, there's
that all the time.
All the time,
yeah. So that freedom of expression and so forth, I think is something that they would be surprised at, because it's kind of not blooming as part of our democratic expression. I think, as I said, I think they would be appalled at the corruption, that is now part of government. It's and I say this because I have worked in government. When my father died, I had to go through a lot of his documents, and a lot of the documents were about saying, okay, here's the 2 shillings and 6 pence I didn't spend when I went to Sweden on the official, you know what I mean? Every single cent, shilling, whatever, they would surrender to the state, back to the state. These days, it's almost like the money that belongs to this country, it's almost like it's too Niboma, you know what I mean?
We don't see it as our money.
No. And those people really did see this as, this money belongs to the people. I can't steal it. But now it's like, this money belongs to me. I can steal it from the people, And that, I think that a lot of them would be very disappointed in. I was shocked just by what I could see happening. I was like, what? This country is hemorrhaging money. We do have money, but there are all sorts of ways people steal from the people. And that is sad. That I think would be one of the biggies, because they were very strict. I remember one PS committed suicide because he couldn't account for, I don't know what it was, I don't know, £10 or whatever. But that was how ethical. That was how ethical government was. And if they came back today, I think they'd really be shocked. There is, we're too casual about how we manage the wealth of this country. We're too casual and too selfish. And I think that would be the biggest shock.
Okay.
I think they might be pleasantly surprised at, how many graduates, people, all this. We've managed to put together an education system that has produced, we have doctors and all that stuff. And that is good. But, there are some things that I think they'll probably say, can you try and do them the way we did them, like we talk about unemployment, but right now it's like we talk about unemployment, but we don't seem to have a strategy of how do we address this, Because I remember when I was growing up, there was what was called, it was the Manpower Planning Division, and there was a lot of coordination between universities, colleges, places like that, private sector and government, in terms of what skills, the skills stock of the country, what skills does the country have, and what skills does industry need, what skills does, everything was mapped out. So even when we were going to university, you'd have people come and say, why don't you go and study this and that, because, I studied psychology because a career guidance person came, and that was something that was very, very active in schools. They said, oh, you know what, the mines are looking for industrial psychologists, why don't you go into... There was a whole chain of how employment was going to be managed and created and fed through from industry to private sector so that we knew that we need to create another 5,000 engineers, or we need more mining engineers than we do civil engineers. We knew. And right now you kind of train and you're thrown out. And where are you going? Yeah. Where's anybody going? Yeah. We're not I don't see the management of labor as something that we should do to make sure that unemployment is controlled, that unemployment is lessened, that we actually know what the skill stock of this country is, and we know what to train for, where, which universities are training for what. Right now it's just like, okay, I'm going to do business. Okay, so, yeah.
Where do you end up?
Where do you end up after that? And I think those are some of the things that I think they would probably come and say, can you start managing this like this? So there's a lot, but I still think there'll be a bit of a tantameni situation.
Yeah. All right, it's the Red Hot Breakfast here on Hot 87.7. Miss Mulenga Kapwepwe is our guest presenter today.
Picture this. You are hungry and you're craving something different. Something with a crunch.
Oh, wow! That's perfect! Crunchy and packed with flavor and so much taste.
Yo, grab a pack. Yo, crunch. Man chip. Crunch it. Yo, you know how we do. Introducing Yo Crunch, the snack you never stop crunching. Yo Crunch. Feel the crunch in every lunch. Brought to you by Yo-Yo Fan Snacks.
Want to browse the internet and stay on your call without interruptions? Voice over LTE gives you the power to do both with reliable 4G performance, HD voice clarity, faster call connections, and simultaneous voice and data use. Activating VoLTE on your Android device is effortless. Open settings, select connections on network and internet. Then select mobile network and turn on VoLTE or 4G calling. That's it. Enjoy conversations that are clearer and connections that are stronger. Enable VoLTE today.
In every Zambian home, a baby's smile is pure treasure. That's why we bring you Comfort Care diapers made to keep your little one dry, free, and full of giggles. With cloud soft layers and long-lasting absorbency, no leaks will interrupt the fun. Just happy playtimes, peaceful naps, and smiles that brighten the whole house.
From Kitwe to Lusaka, Livingston to Ndola, parents are choosing Comfort Care diapers. Strong on leaks, gentle on skin.
Comfort Care diapers, keeping Zambia's babies happy, one smile at a time.
Shop smarter, save bigger at Choppies with great value, great price.
Welcome to No No or Momo, the game show that tests your financial decisions. Are you ready, contestants?
I'm ready.
You need new football boots for the weekend match, but your cash is tight. Do you A. Play in Tropicals, B. Play Namakasa, C. Pay with your virtual card by Momo?
C. Pay with my virtual card by Momo.
Correct. Make secure online payments with your virtual card by Momo. Powered by MasterCard. Get it now on the Momo app or dial *115#.
Start your day off on the right foot with the right information on the Red Hot Breakfast.
The Red Hot Breakfast is brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good.
It's 08:45 on Hot. The heat is on. We continue our conversation with our guest presenter this morning. In case you're just joining us, we have Madam Mulenga Kapwepwe joining us on the Red Hot Breakfast as our guest presenter. We're coming to the end of our conversation. Okay. As we bring this to a close, this August, Zambia is yet again, going to the polls. What are your thoughts on the state of the nation and today, and how can citizens play a role as we head towards elections?
Well, the largest part of what democracy is are the people themselves. And so the people themselves will play a large part. That actually, that is their part. August is their part because they're the ones who have to decide, as I said, what government they want and which government they want in place. So, to the public, I'll just say that please, I think the voter registration verification exercise is going to begin soon. So if they can make sure they've got their voters cards, their information is verified, it's worthwhile. It's the time that you have the power to choose what you want to see, and who you want to see in government. So I would hope that there won't be voter apathy. I would hope that people will take the vote seriously and go to the polls and vote for who they want.
What do you think of the state of the opposition? Do you think they stand a chance? Proper chance?
I don't know about standing chance. I just, it's depressing. I wish there would be some selflessness in there somewhere where people would say, okay, I'll step aside. I think sometimes we take these things lightly. Standing for president or whatever, it's not a small thing. It's huge. I mean, it takes resources. It takes so much more. And sometimes you think, okay, if you don't have all those, just like step aside, right, so that there's not too much confusion. If you read the ECZ report, I think I can't remember which year that was. I think it was the last. Unfortunately, in Zambia, the whole electoral process has become very monetized. So it takes a lot of money just to get into the electoral process now. So it means a lot of resources, but it's also a lot of energy. I used to sit with Guy Scott a lot, and he would tell me how he and Michael Sata kind of built, PF from scratch, and it was arduous. It's work. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I hope that the opposition will get their act together and find a solution in terms of, it doesn't matter. I think if we have, I don't know. I'm thinking this will probably be like the Malawi formula where, I don't know how many presidential candidates they had, but in the end it was only 2 that people voted for.
Yeah, there was an alliance, the Tonse alliance actually out there.
Yes. It was only 2 that mattered. Yeah. I'm presuming, I think that is probably what will happen here. But the opposition should get their act together. I think that's my message to them. Get your act together. You owe it to the Zambians. Zambians need a choice. They want a choice. They want to see who they can choose. August is what that should present to them. A united front, a viable opposition that they can say, okay, I think these people might be able to take us where we want to go. But if they continue with the me, I've walked out, me, I'm still there, me, I'm not there,
fragmentation.
Yeah, it's discouraging. I don't know how many calls I get from people saying, so what are you doing about it? Me? Yeah, but I hear the panic and the urgency in people's voices when they're saying, what are we doing? So I just urge the opposition to get organized and get their act together, so that the Zambians at least have a choice.
Okay. Well, we'd like to thank you so much for joining us. You've been a wonderful guest.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's been lovely
it was worthwhile getting up.
Right. In the morning. All right. That's been our guest presenter today, Miss Mulenga Kapwepwe, renowned artist, author, and co-founder of the Women's History Museum. Stay tuned to Hot 87.7.
The Red Hot Breakfast is brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good.
Hi, my name is Shabir Muyenda, a Zach Chavula Memorial Academy graduate of 2024 and radio presenter on Hot FM's Gen Z Central. I have exciting news for you. Are you ready to take your radio media skills to the next level? Apply now for the Zach Chavula Memorial Academy class of 2026. All you have to do is record and send a 2-minute voice note about yourself to 0967 185 010. Your journey in radio starts here. Entry start 19th January and close on 31st January 2026. Powered by Hot 87.7 FM. The heat is on.
All over Zambia. This year, we want you to explore Holiday Yamuloko. From the thunder of Victoria Falls to the calm of Zambia Beach. From our majestic wildlife in south of Luangwa to the energetic Kopala vibes. From Zambia's Mantebeto to the vibrant nightlife. Enjoy big experiences on a small budget. Travel, laugh, and celebrate Zambia. Celebrate Yamuloko. Plan your next getaway by making your booking today and enjoy discounted packages. Visit www.zambia.travel and click Yamuloko to see participating tourist operators. Take a holiday, Yamuloko, because the best adventures start Muloko.
All right, this is Hot. The heat is on, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Holiday Yamuloko campaign, proudly brought to you by the Zambia Tourism Agency. Now, the Zambia Tourism Agency launched the Yamuloko Domestic Tourism Campaign in September 2025, and it's currently running all the way through to February 2026. Now, over 110 tourism partners have offered discounts ranging from 20% to 40% at, aimed at inspiring Zambians to explore, experience, and enjoy the beauty of our very own country without breaking the bank. Today, we're joined by the marketing manager at Lilai Lodge, Tosca Panico, who is in studio with us. Tosca, good morning and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm very excited to be here.
It's great to have you here. First things first, I love Lilai Lodge. It's in my neighborhood.
Thank you.
Tell us a bit about Lilai Lodge and where it's located.
Okay. Lilai Lodge is a luxury safari lodge, as you know, located here in Lusaka. So we are situated on the outskirts of Lusaka and probably 30 minutes from the CBD. So since you're familiar with the neighborhood already, it's along Lilai Road, and it's about 5 minutes from the Lilai Police College.
Okay. So what activities can one enjoy at Lilai Lodge?
We offer various activities for budget and experience. For instance, we have game drives, we have sunset game drives, we have guided walking safaris, we have running trails for hiking. We also have a tree safari that we've just launched in September. We have in-room spa services, and we have our very own Lalai wine tasting experience.
Great. So what are some of the packages that are available for locals during this campaign period? And how can one actually make a booking for the locals, that is?
So it was very important for us to partner with Zetier for this Yamuloko campaign. So currently this holiday Yamuloko, which is a discounted package that has been running from September 2025 until February 2026. And Lalai Lodge's specific Yamuloko package is currently 5,500 kwacha. And this includes one night stay in a deluxe chalet. It includes breakfast, a game drive, and also access to the tree safari. And you can book it via our web page, lalailodge.com, or you can call us directly on 0971 002 010.
Okay, so what makes Lalai Lodge unique?
So you've said you've been to Lalai Lodge,
Yes,
right? When
yes.
was the last time you were there?
I think October, thereabout.
Okay, October.
Yeah,
Did you go with family or couple?
I
or-
was with some friends.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're already familiar with the luxury. We're in a 650 private, 650 hectare private game reserve. We have wildlife. It's unique because we offer luxury and a beautiful Zambian experience, and we're only a few minutes from Lusaka. So we, I mean, you've seen we have wildlife such as giraffes and zebras and various antelopes, and you don't have to travel far to experience the beauty of Zambia. So basically, this Yamuloko campaign is promoting staycations instead of international vacations. And like I say, Lalai Lodge is only 30 minutes away, and you can have a fantastic family experience with the game drives that we offer and the wildlife, and the tree safari is very educational. And if you want to celebrate a special occasion with a couple or celebrating an anniversary, we have romance packages suitable for that. And we also have 3 boardroom facilities, so for corporates as well. It's a fantastic time to just get out of the office and have a board meeting in one of our facilities, have a lunch after, and maybe do some team building exercises with our Lalai wine tasting experience.
Okay, so any last words for our listener, and why should they take a holiday in Yamuloko?
Basically, we're so thankful for ZTA promoting Zambia and currently everything that they're doing. But this Yamuloko is so important because it's a reminder that you don't have to leave Zambia to enjoy a wonderful holiday. And supporting local tourism lets us experience our country in a new way without breaking the bank.
Okay, great, Tosca. It's been lovely having you here. Looking forward to more visits to Lalai Lodge.
Thank you. Yes.
So, what should people look out for in 2026 from Lalai Lodge?
2026. Well, we do after the Yamuloko campaign ends at the end of February. We do have currently our romance package, which is available throughout the year. And that includes one night stay, game drive, a 2-course meal, and we do a lovely romantic room setup with a complimentary bottle of Lalai bubbles. So we have that romance package. We also have our green season special at the moment, which is a heavy discount. Usually during the green season, it's quite difficult to spot wildlife. So we do discounted packages for that as well. And again, a lot of corporate packages where you can book various different types of flexible packages for maybe you just want to book one boardroom, or you want to book a boardroom and stay, or you want to book a boardroom and stay and do team building exercises. And then when high season starts after green season, which runs through between April and December, we'll be doing a lot of different packages for that as well. We try to incorporate a lot of wine tasting experiences in our packages. So guests are always welcome to call in. We have a wine and dine package currently where you can go and do a sunset game drive. You can do a Lalai wine tasting experience, and you can stay the night. So there's a lot of packages coming out throughout the year. So I would suggest guests to just follow our social media pages and be on the lookout, or join our newsletter and see what specials that we drop at the last minute.
Okay. Tosca, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you so much.
All right, there you have it. That's our show for this week. We'll be back Friday for another edition of the Holiday Yamuloko campaign Proudly brought to you by the Zambia Tourism Agency.
All over Zambia. This year, we want you to explore Holiday Yamuloko. From the thunder of Victoria Falls to the calm of Zambia Beach. From our majestic wildlife in south of Luangwa to the energetic Kopala vibes. From Zambia's Mantereto to the vibrant nightlife. Enjoy big experiences on a small budget. Travel, laugh, and celebrate Zambia. Celebrate Yamuloko. Plan your next getaway by making your booking today and enjoy discounted